welcome back to the Jensory YouTube channel with me, Jen. If you've just found the Jensory YouTube channel, then a very warm welcome to you as well. Today I'm going to show you how to make something that's essentially a mix between Play-Doh and slime. 2 ingredients, super simple, and actually if you're doing regulation activities or you want to kind of just build up that self-esteem in children again, then actually this is a fab one. So I'll put the resource list up on the screen now, and then I'll talk you through it and all of the real benefits that we can get from fine motor Play-Doh based activities. Now today's activity simply uses corn flour and yoghurt. I am using Alpro yoghurt, but I'm sure you can use whichever yoghurt and it will work. You could also use flavoured yoghurt. I've used coconut yoghurt in the past and that's worked really nicely. And basically all you do is just mix them together. So if you want it to be a bit more dough-like, you add a bit more corn flour. If you want it to be a bit runnier and slimier, then you can add some more yoghurt. I have actually tasted this as well, and because of the corn flour, it's a really odd consistency in the mouth, but actually it's quite yogurty as well. And if you add flavours, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, then actually it's a perfectly nice thing for your learners to kind of put in their mouth if they're at that developmental age. Now, most of the things that I do on Jensory are taste safe, and there's a really good reason for that. I think sometimes as practitioners we can get so hung up on the sort of physical bodily age of a learner that we forget the developmental age, and it is so important to remember that, because actually putting things in the mouth and exploring from an oral perspective is actually so integral to learning and understanding the world around us and having that sensory seeking behaviour and understanding what textures feel like and whether we can eat things, whether we can't eat things, learning through taste. And that is a really important thing for our learners. And actually, yes, you might have an 8-year-old bodily, but actually if they're functioning developmentally between sort of 0 and 1 or even 0 and 2, they might still be at that point where they're putting things in their mouth, and actually it's not about us stopping that. So this is going to alleviate that stress and that worry that you have sometimes when you're doing activities and children are mouthing all the time, because it is all taste safe, and it is actually a really kind of odd flavour and an odd texture to have in your mouth because of the corn flour. So I would recommend doing that. That being said, if you do have learners that are a little bit further along developmentally and actually are ready for using their hands and need to use their hands and actually need that kind of behavioural boundary of you kind of going, no, not in your mouth, then actually you can do salt dough and you can do those Play-Doh activities, okay? This will work as well if you want to just use it as a Play-Doh for all of them, because it's got a great property to it. But I cannot stress how important it is to do that developmental assessment on your learner so that you can really watch them and really get involved in that interaction of learning and facilitate it effectively. Now over here I've got some colours, she's got some reds and yellows and blue, just food colouring. I've also got in my cupboard, I found some salted caramel and some strawberry flavoured drops, so we can add those in to add a bit of olfactory and multi-sensory flavour to it as well. If you want to make this dough ahead, you can. It will go hard when you leave it, but it's nothing that a little bit of squeezing won't change. But be aware it does kind of look like it goes quite hard when you make it. And then yeah, you can just add in the colours, add in the flavours. If you want to do this as a whole sequencing activity, this will work well if you've got learners with autism and stuff to do as a kind of sequencing activity. And because it's such an easy dough to make and so fail-safe, in terms of ratio and quantity, it doesn't really matter if you have a bowl each for your learners and they all sort of are doing stirring skills and all of that. So again, as always, it's about knowing your learner, knowing what they need, knowing whether actually doing the whole thing from scratch is a really kind of regulatory nice thing to do. And the reason I've done this as part of the All About Me topic as well is because actually Play-Doh is a really regulatory thing. There's something really sensory about it, and the feel of this is so chalky and really soothing in its own right. So that's kind of why I've chosen it. And actually, adding in the colours and adding in the flavours is choice making, and actually what I think we need to be doing right now is really validating children's choices, because that's going to build up that self-esteem again, which is really important in an all about me context and in an emotional regulation context. So all in all, it's a lovely activity to do. I'm going to put this in the bowl now, add in a few colours so you kind of see the effects that we get from it, and then we're pretty much done. That is my 2 ingredient slime dough, really. It feels so lovely. It's really pastely, really chalky, and obviously tastes safe. I could have just played with it for ages. It had a real calming quality to it because it does leave your hands with a really sort of soft chalkiness to it. It behaves in all kinds of lovely different ways as well, so I'm sure it'll really inspire and really engage so many different learners. If you've got learners that have really, really limited fine motor skills, so you know they're clenched or they're just kind of passive, don't rule out Play-Doh, because actually it's a lovely, lovely sensation for them, and that alone is a really lovely stimulus to use. So obviously you saw in the video that it has that lovely stretchy quality to it, so I would say that's a fantastic opportunity to do anticipation skills, because you can, you know, suspend it right in front of their eyes and let it suddenly drop, and repeat that action over and over again, and just see if you're getting those consistent responses up, and watching for those communication cues. So yeah, it's got loads and loads and loads of potential to it, and have loads of fun with it. Please do let me know how you get on. I always love hearing that learners are enjoying these activities, because that's what it's all about. So if you liked the video today, please do give it a like down at the bottom. It really helps get this video seen by more people, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so for more Jensory ideas and joy in your life. Next week will be a brand new video for the All About Me theme, and I will see you then. I hope you have a really lovely week and a lovely weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.